everyone, this video is on interpret constants of proportionality. Alright, so Casey types at a constant speed as shown in the table. What does 5 mean in this situation? So for this situation, you would be looking at this, and this says words per second. So words per second would mean words divided by seconds. Words divided by seconds. So you would have to look in the table and see if that comes up. So if I do words 1 divided by seconds 5, that's 1/5. If I do 2 divided by 10, that's 1/5. If I do 7 divided by 35, again, that is 1/5. So 7 divided by 35 is 0.2, which is the same as 1/5. So it's not 5 words per second. So the next one says 5 words per minute. Well, that's probably not going to be the case either, because if you were to change these to minutes, that would mean that 5 seconds is not a whole minute. But when we get to 60 seconds, that is a whole minute. So if you were doing 5 seconds to type a word in a minute, again, this would be 12 divided by 60, and you would get, again, 1/5. So the last thing would be Casey takes 5 seconds to type a word. So 5 seconds to type one word. So the answer clearly should be C. Carrie calculates the total amount E in dollars that she earns for each hours using the equation E equals 10H. How many dollars does Carrie's earn per hour? So they're earning, if you look here, the constant of proportionality is 10. So they're earning $10 per hour. At this rate, how many hours does it take Carrie's to earn $1? So if they're earning $10 per hour and you want to earn $1, then we would be replacing E with 1 because you want to earn 1. And then 1 equals, so I'll write this over here, 1 equals 10H. So earn $1 means that your E value is going to equal 1. So then you would divide both sides by 10. So your answer would be 1 divided by 10, or 1/10. All right, Betty's Bakery calculates the total price D in dollars for C cupcakes using the equation D equals 2C. What does the 2 mean in this situation? So it was dollars per cupcake. And again, the letter on the bottom always goes with the constant of proportionality. So that means that this would be $2 per cupcake, or rewriting that, it would be $2 per C, per cupcake. So the bakery charges $2 for each cupcake. We can calculate E, the amount of euros that has the same value as D, US dollars, using the equation E equals 17/20D. So that means that in this situation, this is E divided by D. D is the US dollars. So 17/20 for every 1 US dollar. Okay, how many euros have the same value as a US dollar? That would be 17 divided by 20. How many US dollars have the same value as 1 euro? So 1 euro means that E would be equal to 1. So 1 equals 17/20 times D. So then you would have to divide by 17/20. divide by 17 over 20, which means you would have to do keep, change, flip. So that means this is 1 times 20 over 17, which would just be then 20 over 17, or that would be 1 and 3/17. So I'll do a few more. So for this one, Salman is 3D printing chess pieces. Table gives the amount of time needed to print certain numbers of pieces. What does the 16 mean? So in 16 minutes, you can make one piece. So Solomon can print 16 chess pieces in a minute. If you were to do minutes per piece, it would be 16. 32 divided by 2, 16. 128 divided by 8, 16. Oh, actually, sorry, I read that completely wrong. It would be 16 minutes for one piece. So it takes Solomon 16 minutes to print each chess piece. So again, we got to be careful with our reading. So there was me accidentally making a mistake. I'm sorry. The answer is A. Next question. The grass in Jamie's yard grew 16 centimeters in 10 days. It was growing at a constant rate. So they want to know for 1 centimeter. So 1 centimeter, that means that centimeters has to go on the bottom. So when they want 1 centimeter, that means that this needs to be days over centimeters. Again, this is the best I can write with the mouse. So that means this would be 10 then divided by 16, but they're going to want us to simplify. So 2 can go into 10 5 times, 2 can go into 16 8 times. So that means it would be 5/8. Oh, almost there because I did not answer the second question. How many centimeters did the grass grow in one day? Okay, so if we want to figure out how much for one day, that means now you would do centimeters divided by days. So if you do that, that would be 16 divided by 10, which would be reversed. That would now be 8 divided by 5. All right, the receipt below shows the money in dollars spent by a customer at the good grocery store. So what does the 1.20 mean in this situation? So if we look here, the 1.20 says that it was $1.20 per kilogram. So the customer bought 1.20 kilograms of lettuce? No. The customer can buy 1.2 kilograms of lettuce for $1. That's $1.20 for 1 kilogram. Customer charges $1.20 per kilogram. That would be your answer. Your answer is C. All right, this one. We can calculate the depth D of snow in centimeters that accumulates in Harper's yard during the first H hours of a snowstorm using the equation D equals 5H. So that means that to get the 5, they did D divided by H. Because again, the letter that's there is always the letter on the bottom. Okay? So D is centimeters, D was centimeters, and H obviously was hours. Now, if they want in this question, they want to know for 1 centimeter. So for 1 centimeter, we could use the equation to solve. So 1 centimeter would be D, so 1 equals 5H. So then you would have to divide by 5 and divide by 5. So that would be 1/5. So the next part of the question wants to know how many centimeters per hour. So per hour means that your H value is now going to be equal to 1. So if your H value is equal to 1, D equals 5 times H of 1 for 1 hour, H hours, your answer should be 5. So that was me doing 8 questions. Hopefully that will help. Thank you for your time.